What's up, comic comrades? Are you ready for another trip to the Multiverse of Madness, this time with extra math? Ever since the trailer of Doctor Strange 2 came out, I've been wondering how many versions of the Sorcerer Supreme will show up. The upcoming Doctor Strange sequel, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, looks to feature more than one version of the eponymous hero. The first official trailer for the movie came attached to the credits of Spider-Man No Way Home, and Disney released another Doctor Strange trailer during the 2022 Super Bowl. Those trailers raise a lot of interesting questions, one of which is why there seem to be multiple Doctor Stranges. Marvel's Phase 4 plan involves building up a deeper bench of heroes and storylines, and a large part of this comes from the ever-expanding world the Marvel Cinematic Universe's heroes are part of. This is where the multiverse concept from which Doctor Strange 2 takes its name comes into play. Now, in addition to being set in different time periods on Earth and across the known universe, MCU content is also drawing in characters and stories from alternate realities. While this new direction has the potential to become extremely complicated and confusing, Marvel is doing a decent job so far, with No Way Home's multiverse storyline successfully bringing together 3 parallel versions of Spider-Man into a single film. The reason behind the duplicate Doctor Stranges in the Multiverse of Madness comes down to the film's title and what it will presumably be about. As one of the MCU's biggest interdimensional powerhouses to date, as well as the person responsible for No Way Home's multiverse fiasco, Doctor Strange is perfectly poised for the character that blows Phase 4's multiple realities wide open. With a storyline dedicated to exploring the nature and dangers of parallel universes, it's almost obvious that Multiverse of Madness will see multiple versions of Strange from different realities. Other Marvel projects have already begun developing alternate realities and character variants, such as Loki and What If, with the latter even introducing a version of Doctor Strange, Evil Strange or Strange Supreme, that could be the one seen in the No Way Home post-credit trailer. Doctor Strange 2 likely expands What If's storyline even further, offering a perfect explanation for why there are more than one Stranges. Due to the infinite possibilities afforded by a multiverse, there is technically no end to the permutations of Doctor Strange or any other Marvel Cinematic Universe character that could exist, and some may not even look like Benedict Cumberbatch. Most likely, however, Multiverse of Madness will try to keep things relatively coherent and avoid alienating audiences. Aside from big-picture Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4 logistics, there are other narrative reasons for Multiverse of Madness to feature different versions of its main character. A big one is the fact that Doctor Strange appears depressed after Thanos' blip, the 5-year period in which half the world ceased to exist. As one of those who blipped, Strange's life has been drastically altered, and he may be struggling to find his way back to the person he once was. From a storytelling point of view, forcing him to encounter better and worse versions of himself could be a very compelling way to give Strange the opportunity for self-reflection he needs. Of course, the last time two Stranges interacted in What If Episode 4, the original version of Stephen Strange was consumed by Evil Strange, so it will be interesting to see what happens in the upcoming film. Regardless of how it ends, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will almost certainly be a wild ride because of its multiple Doctor Stranges. Number 1. Stephen Strange. Although some fans had been speculating that the MCU's Doctor Strange, who had previously appeared in Doctor Strange, Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, as well as Spider-Man No Way Home, would be embracing his darker side for Doctor Strange 2, the trailer dismisses that theory. Stephen Strange appears to remain more or less his usual self in the sequel, supporting Wong's efforts as the next Sorcerer Supreme, among other things. Following No Way Home, Doctor Strange will have forgotten about Peter Parker, and will be trying to pick up the pieces from the imminent disaster that almost befell Earth. Despite Peter's sacrifice, the stability of the multiverse is still in question, and Doctor Strange will have to work with other heroes such as Scarlet Witch and other variants of himself in order to fix whatever went wrong. Number 2. Strange Supreme. The first trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness revealed an evil Doctor Strange whose Marvel Cinematic Universe introduction took place in Marvel's What If series. In the Disney Plus show, the event which put Strange on the path of becoming a sorcerer was not injuring his hands in a car accident, but losing Dr. Christine Palmer in the crash. Overcome with grief, this version of Doctor Strange studied dark magic to try to bring her back to life, eventually absorbing a great number of mythical beings to become more powerful. The power altered him in more ways than one, however, and What If Episode 4 showed Doctor Strange turn as evil as the creatures he absorbed, all in a desperate attempt to change something that could not be undone. His actions caused reality itself to break apart, complete with buildings and other surroundings melting into a kind of black goo, which also occurs in the Doctor Strange 2 trailer. The sacrifices that evil Doctor Strange made end up being for nothing in What If, since Christine was horrified by what he'd become and the state of the world around them. By the time he finally returned to his senses, it was too late and Strange Supreme was forced to live out his existence in a prison of his own making. Multiverse of Madness likely finds this strange variant suffering his fate alone when he discovers a way to travel to another universe. Even Doctor Strange had made a deal with the Watcher at the end of What If Season 1 to help defend the multiverse from danger, and it is possible that he would consider the MCU's Doctor Strange to be one such threat. Although he has already fought and defeated another version of himself in What If, this time he would also have to contest with Scarlet Witch and any other allies Doctor Strange has acquired in the meantime. Number 3. Defender Strange. Speaking of other allies, merchandise for the upcoming Doctor Strange 2 shows a clear look at another Doctor Strange variant, Defender Strange. Packaging for Defender Strange's Marvel Legends figure reveals the character's black and red costume, with a description that states, Doctor Strange is Earth's foremost magical defender, safeguarding our dimension against supernatural threats from across the multiverse. This Defender Strange version is most likely a version of the hero who had teamed up with the original Defenders from the comics. His role in Doctor Strange 2 is unknown, but he has the potential to greatly shake up Doctor Strange's future in the MCU. Although Marvel had previously debuted a Defenders group on Netflix consisting of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage and Iron Fist, the original comics team from the 1970s and 80s included Doctor Strange as the unofficial leader, along with Hulk and Namor the Submariner, with the Silver Surfer added not long after. Other heroes who joined the Defenders throughout their original comic run include Valkyrie, Nighthawk, Beast, Gargoyle and Hellcat. Many of these characters are already or will soon be introduced into the MCU, meaning a version of this group could conceivably be formed on the big screen. Unlike the more permanent status of the Avengers, the Defenders were only meant to team up when absolutely necessary. The MCU Strange meeting this Defender variant could give him the idea to start his own such group. But wait, there are more. Number 4. Zombie Strange. In the trailer, we see a brief glimpse of Zombie Strange and Wanda. What If explored alternate timelines in the multiverse, showing what would have happened if some of the MCU's major events occurred differently. And Episode 5 showed what would have happened if the members of the Avengers and more turned into zombies. In the episode, Hank Pym rescued Janet Van Dyne from the Quantum Realm, just like he did in Ant-Man and the Wasp. But Janet had been infected with a quantum virus that turned her into a zombie. Janet infected Hank, and when they returned to the lab, she attacked Scott Lang, and within 24 hours, the virus spread. Unfortunately, many of the Avengers and other heroes became infected, among those Stephen Strange. It was later revealed that Wanda was also infected and had been kept by Vision, who had been feeding her other survivors. Now, at this point, it is unclear if Zombie Strange and Scarlet Witch are versions coming from that specific universe into the main timeline of the MCU, or if Strange's zombie version is a corrupted, tortured, or possessed version of the Sorcerer, while Wanda's is a consequence of the dark magical powers she had been messing with. The multiverse offers countless possibilities, and it is to be seen if the same storylines and characters seen in What If will make it into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, or if the movie will give a new story to these scenarios. Just like the Disney Plus Loki series, which incorporated numerous versions of Loki, such as Kid Loki, Classic Loki, Boastful Loki, President Loki, and Alligator Loki, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness could reveal countless other versions of Doctor Strange. Some of these may not even be Stephen at all, but another character who takes up the mantle in his stead. For instance, other versions of Doctor Strange who made brief appearances in comics include Sir Stephen Strange, the court magician of Queen Elizabeth I, a female Strange who secretly shared her body with a demon, and Stephen Strange Jr., the son of Doctor Strange. The possibilities are truly endless, and director Sam Raimi could have fun inventing as many different variants as he can think of. One could even be the character mentioned in another Sam Raimi project, which was released almost 2 decades earlier. In Spider-Man 2, J. Jonah Jameson debated possible names for Dr. Octavius' villain persona with Ted Hoffman, who suggested, among other things, Doctor Strange. "That's pretty good," Jameson replied, "but it's taken." This throwaway line was never referenced again in Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, but does confirm that some variant of Doctor Strange existed in that world. Perhaps Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness can finally reveal that version of the hero. So, which Strange variant are you excited for the most? Zombie, Defender, Supreme, Extra Cheese, No Pickles? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Peace out!